Hello Internet Allies, how are you doing? So it's Pride Month this month and it's coming up to a year since I made a YouTube video coming out as pansexual, and yeah, I really wanted to do a YouTube video, celebrating, a year of coming out as pansexual, but I really didn't know how to do it or what I could really talk about, because really I think over the past year I don't really feel like much has really changed in regards to me coming out. It's still something I still feel a little bit uncomfortable talking about to people who aren't my close friends or immediate family. I mean, maybe some of the people who aren't my close friends and immediate family know, maybe they've watched my video from last year coming out as pansexual. But yeah, like another thing I would have really loved to have done was if I was a bit more organised and probably a bit braver, is to do an LGBTQ plus collab video. The reason for this is that I've got friends of pretty much every sexuality that is on the LGBTQ plus spectrum, if you like. And yeah, it would just be kind of really interesting to kind of hear about, their stories and, what their favourite things are about being themselves, or since coming out, what's been the best things, what's been their biggest struggles, what's been the biggest changes. I also still have a lot of questions about different sexualities myself. I think it's still something I'm still learning about. It was a good thing I discovered about myself, I'm not gonna lie, at the start of last year. And I'm kind of glad I did discover that about myself, and I don't think it's just a phase or whatever. I do think that that kind of word pansexual does suit my sexuality the best. It was quite a scary change because I didn't know how people around me would react, but it was quite a positive change at the same time. I think change is going to be the topic of this video because I'm autistic, I'm pansexual, and yeah, being autistic, it can take me a while to adapt to change, and I've noticed definitely this year, a lot of big changes have been going on, basically of how everybody's living their lives and how things are working, how different businesses are operating. There's also different social rules now to get used to as well, and it has taken me quite a while to kind of get used to these changes. There's also a lot of big changes in the lives of my friends as well, whether or not that's them looking into moving house, whether or not that's them picking up new hobbies, or even one of my friends only just recently came out to me as well. So, that's really, really brilliant. I'm very, very proud of them. Even though my friends are going through some major changes at the moment, and I fully support the changes that they are going through, because they're quite innocent changes, and I fully support them, and they're not hurting anybody. It's still kind of taken me a while to kind of get used to those changes as well. I do think change is a necessary part of life, and it is a vital part of life, because without change things don't grow, things don't get better. I mean, there's definitely things in my life right now I want to change. I really wish the pandemic wasn't happening. I wish that we were fully out of lockdown. But the thing is that a lot of changes are happening all the time. I mean, even coming up next couple of weeks, there's going to be further lockdown restrictions being lifted. And again, that'll take me a while to get used to. I mean, the shops, for example, they've been open for the past couple of weeks. However, the shops have had to follow very strict guidelines so that they can remain open and to keep the public safe as well. And yeah, it's taken me a while to kind of get used to that, because I've not really been out for leisurely shopping really. I've just kind of done all my shopping online still. I'm a bit I'm still a bit nervous about going to the shops. This is a shame because before lockdown, I could basically go to any shop whenever I wanted really and stuff, which was great. It'd take me a while to build up that confidence again to basically go out and to make sure it is actually okay for me to go out to those shops. So I think that's basically what I'm struggling with at the moment. I think with all these major changes happening in the world at the moment, it can be quite overwhelming, to be honest, especially to an autistic person like myself. I think for me it's just sometimes information overload. I think that's probably the best way I can really describe it. I've got like my own things going on in my personal life, then there's like the changes going on with my friends and family, then there's like the changes going on in the world. You know, it's like all these different things are trying to push through like a door in my brain all at the same time. And it's really hard for me to kind of like, you know, prioritize thinking about like one of these things over the other. It can be quite overwhelming, and you know, it can take a while to get used to, even if like these changes are beneficial, and even if these changes are positive changes, and even if these changes aren't going to hurt anybody in the long run. I think if you know somebody who is autistic who like is kind of going through all these major changes at the moment, I think, you know, is just kind of being patient with them and trying to help them in any way that you can. Even if it is just kind of like, you know, like a message reaching out to an autistic friend saying, look, I hope you're okay, I'm here if you need me, or if you need to talk about anything. You know, for example, like, you know, if I'm starting like a new job or whatever, you know, it could take like an autistic person a bit longer to learn like the ropes of the job, like learn like, you know, what the roles and responsibilities of the job are, and to kind of get used to the job. But like, I think what I'd say to like employers is just kind of be patient and allow the autistic person to have that extra time to like learn how to do things, because I don't think they're gonna like just mess up or whatever like on purpose, you know. Like, I think they will genuinely want to do a good job. Try and go through things with them in detail, just try and help them in any way you can. I suppose another personal example I can think of is when I went on holiday to New York. I mean, I probably won't ever stop mentioning New York because it was such a good holiday, but I do remember like when I first got to New York, like it was just really overwhelming, and like it did take me a while to kind of get used to everything. You know, like, you know, being in a hotel room and, you know, having like card keys that don't really work, you know, being in a big, noisy, overwhelming, busy city. I did stay with my friend Kieran, who like we get on very, very well, and you know, he did do a really good job of looking after me on that trip. It's good that like I trusted him enough, like in the short time that we have been friends, to basically go on this adventure with. However, like it did take me a while to kind of get used to, like, I suppose like living with Kieran for a week, if you like, you know, and I suppose it took him a while to get used to living with me for a week or whatever, you know. I mean, I think the good thing about Kieran in New York was that I think Kieran is definitely one of those people who can like adapt to new places like easily. However, you know, like Kieran isn't autistic, I am. And I think it's basically the same with like most holidays I've actually been on, is that because it's like such a drastic change of surroundings to what I'm normally used to, there's just a lot going on at the moment, and it is kind of overwhelming at times. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. I hope this has helped you kind of understand the world of like autism a bit better. Yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and until next time, keep smiling. Bye bye.